Interact's probationary period management system allows you to implement a system to better manage the process of following up on employees during their probation period and making sure that all the right goals are achieved and evaluated correctly. In the initial setup, like all other modules of Interact, you can first set up the way that you would like the application to function. In our case, we can define default probation periods. They don't have to be the same for every job category. You can link to employment hiring, and you can use a probationary period plan. You can decide what would be the components of this plan. Would it just be goals, or would it be goals, competencies, and training? Who should approve the plan? What evaluation cycle will you use? A standard would be progress evaluation, mid probation, and the end of probation evaluations. And you can also set up how and when people should be notified so that the supervisors are properly notified in advance and alerted that there is a probationary period plan evaluation to be done. Then the scoring and the rates to be used for evaluation is all user-defined, as well as the HR actions that will follow this evaluation. So let's take a look at a probationary period plan for a new employee that was hired. So probationary plan periods consist of goals, competencies, and training requirements. And among the goals, I have an example here of probationary period goals, which have been defined, and each one of them can have a start date and a planned end date. And then you can track the actual start and the end date, and supervisors can provide their comments, put in the outcome details, and also track the status of each goal. The same would be done for the training courses that are scheduled for this employee as part of their probationary period plan, where I can track the details, the timing, and the final outcome, and also add comments once the training has taken place. Besides that, we can also have competencies tracked as part of this probationary period plan. Now, this plan can be approved and tracked in detail, and following this, we will have a progress evaluation. During the progress evaluation, the supervisor can provide comments on all elements, including the goals, competencies, and trainings, and provide a general feedback. Just like we have progress evaluations, we also have mid-probation and end-of-probation evaluations. During the mid-probation evaluation, you can again have details on goals, competencies, and trainings, and in each case, the manager can rate the performance of the employee and can provide further comments. The status will continue to be updated, and this applies to goals, competencies, and training elements. In addition to that, you'll also be able to see progress comments from both supervisor as well as the employee. After the mid-probation evaluation, there will be an end-of-probation evaluation. And again, you can have the details entered by the supervisor, and they can update and make any changes they want to. Finally, the supervisor can recommend the next action, which would be to extend the probation period, or to assign a different job for the employee, or to make the employee a regular permanent employee. Now, as a result of this end of probation evaluation, you can also initiate specific HR actions, and these HR actions will then be handled by the HR department in accordance with regular procedure.